LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. The coach is going to give y'all a different view. I'm going to give y'all a view from the right side. You can see the countryside, and that's just the way that is. Coach is grinding on his way to another appointment, guys. I'm out in the dead country here and where I live at. And boy, it's a long way from home, but you got to go do it. Guys, I got to ask the question. And, guy was saying, Coach, you really criticize Broner a lot. Do you think Braun is good for boxing? The answer to that is yes. I absolutely do think Braun is good for boxing. Guys like Broner, we need him in boxing. I mean, boxing needs Broner, believe it or not. And, I know y'all thinking, man, he said that? Yeah, I did. Boxing needs Broner, okay? A guy like Adrien Broner, really and truly, who's very charismatic, who can really get the crowd out of their seats, man. Because really and truly, you want to sit there because you really want to know what Adrien Broner is going to say. Like, you really do, man. And you want to be sitting there, after he done with the fight, because you want to hear what he's going to say. He always say something crazy as crap. And people, it's funny. Adrien Broner is a funny dude, man. He's funny. The sport of boxing definitely needs him, man. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and tell you this too, man. I'm very pleased, man, with Broner, with what he's doing right now. Because he got out of jail and, he got himself back in shape. And he looks in phenomenal shape. And he called out Ricky Burns, which I think is a good move by Adrien Broner. I think it's an excellent move by Broner. I'm glad he called out Ricky Burns. I really am, because that's a guy. Broner need to spend at least a year, at least 4 to 5 fights, fighting guys that are just right there his level and above. Like, that's what he need to do. I picked him to beat Porter, man, but I did that really because I didn't like Kenny Porter. That's the only reason why. But, in my heart, I knew that Shawn Porter would beat him because Shawn Porter is such a pressure fighter. But I just didn't want to go with that because I wanted Shawn to lose so bad because I just couldn't stand Kenny Porter. I mean, I just couldn't, y'all. But you know what, man? Broner, he does got those skill sets, man. I still say he's a C-plus fighter right now, with the potential to grow to be an A-plus fighter, definitely. But my thing of it is, man, I really, really want this guy to just focus, man. And I hope Broner keeps his focus this time. I hope he do. And I hope he's a beast. And I hope he's in that gym every day, man, just working on fundamentals, man. Broner needs to work the fundamentals. He needs to, learn how to fight these pressure fighters. He needs to do that. And I think with him doing what he's doing and really staying focused, I think that can be a reality. I think that they need to work on, him being flat-footed. I think they need to start giving him arch supports, man, and have him running in arch supports, because if you ever see him jog, man, he runs on his heels. It's weird how he runs. But, he definitely needs to work out you can work on being flat-footed. Like, that's something you can work. It just takes time, And I think he does need arch support, some really, really tight ones, man, that'll push that arch up immediately where, he can get on the balls of his feet and start moving around like he's supposed to. You see, that's going to help his game. He needs to do stuff like that. Again, like I said, fight some guys and change his style, because he's not a defensive fighter. That's not his style, man. Broner really does well when he's throwing punches and when he's standing in the pocket most of the time and actually, slipping punches and moving back and moving his head. He does good like that. Like, he's not good off his back foot. He's just not. If Adrien Broner is forced to move backwards, then you pretty much got him, because he's completely defenseless. In my opinion, he is. If he moves side to side, he's okay. Like, Adrien Broner, for a flat-footed guy, his lateral movement is pretty good. I think it's good. But, you have to force him to go backwards. It doesn't work for him. So, Adrien Broner is going to have to learn how to slip like punches, man. He's going to have to learn how to move his head. He's going to have to learn how to stand there and slip, see those punches coming. He's going to have to work on those things to deal with those pressure fighters. And I think if he can do that, man, and really successfully work on that part of his game, Adrien Broner will be darn near unstoppable. I mean, he will, man. Adrien Broner will be a force in boxing. He will. And he's already a young force right now, but, we know, as boxing fans, we know what he need to work on. And, as long as he's staying focused, as long as he's not out doing God knows what, as long as he's putting himself in that gym every day and dedicating himself to working on the small parts of what he needs to work on, Adrien Broner will be fine. He'll be fine, and Adrien Broner will definitely do a good job against his next opponent. I think him and Ricky Burns is a great idea, man. That's a phenomenal idea. And, of course, I would pick Broner to win that fight. I think he need to do that, man. Now, he was saying that, he want to go to 140. That's what he said. And my only thing is, is he going to be disciplined enough to make that weight? And is he going to be disciplined enough to stay at about 150 pounds, in the off season? Because realistically, to do that safely and to not get weight drain, Broner's going to have to stay at about 150 pounds in the off season doing training if he's going to, make that weight. And see, that's the hard part, staying in shape during the off season. But I don't know. Let's see what Broner does, man. Let's see what he does. Let's see if, we're going to see something different out of Adrien Broner. I hope we do. I really and truly hope we see something different, because I want the guy to do well, man. He's a talented guy. He's a father. He's got, a lot of stuff going on. So I hope that this jail experience has humbled him, and, he's a bit more mature than what he really is. I hope so. You guys tell me what you think, man. Do you think this is a good idea that Broner called out Ricky Burns? Or do you think Broner needs to stay at 147? Or do you think Broner, what do you guys think? Do you think Broner's going to, come back and just do the same things, okay? Yeah, good comments, bad comments, it doesn't matter. Just leave your feedback about Broner. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe. I'm done.